dive into Jeremy Pruitt, former Vols coach, was fired a couple years ago. Fired under less than ideal circumstances. Tennessee said with cause. Number of NCAA violations they said were occurring. He had a monster buyout, $12.6 million. Should they fire him? He's saying that Tennessee ignored some of the cover-ups and some of the things that were going on. Philip Fulmer, AD, said, you know what, this isn't what we were doing. This isn't how we were operating when he was here. Comes out and defends it. Tennessee doesn't seem inclined to settle. Jeremy Pruitt's team said, hey, we're going to Friday before Halloween, October 29th. And if you don't, we're going to drop some things out there that could penalize and harm the Tennessee Athletic Department for years to come. How true is that? Is he bluffing? What does he have? Tennessee probably has a pretty good idea. And it's curious to me that either, he's Jeremy Pruitt's crazy like a fox and he's just trying to rattle some sabers and get them all fired up. Or maybe he does have some things. And I have a tendency to believe. Now, I don't know if it's going to do irreparable damage to Tennessee. That's John Gruden what some emails can do for you. You ask some of these guys, some text messages, things that have happened. I guarantee you he probably has some stuff that maybe doesn't rise to the level like criminality or illegality or even something that's, that can be penalized by the NCAA. But there's probably some things that he has in there that are not going to reflect well upon the university. His attorney was able to get Kansas's coach, David Beatty, $2.5 million. He told, Tennessee, ask how I did it against Kansas. Ask what I did to them. So there's a precedent for this. I want to see how this shakes out. I'm inclined to believe that Tennessee settles. Money solves a lot of things. He wants all 12-6. He's not getting that. But hey, how much are we willing to pay you to make this go away so that we're not dealing with this anymore? Tennessee said in the right direction. However, you got dudes throwing spitters at Lane Kiffin, which I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I thought it was just a water bottle. On closer examination, they threw a spitter at him, for heaven's sake, throwing a spitter at Lane Kiffin, which I find to be highly entertaining. Guy caught it. That's pretty gross. And for those of you who don't know what a spitter is, it is a water bottle that has been emptied, or maybe even only half emptied, that while chewing, you spit your dip into. So someone obviously was chewing down there at Vol Nation in Knoxville, threw the spitter at Lane Kiffin. He caught it, tossed it on the ground. They got a lot of problems that they're trying to deal with as they're racking up $250,000 fines, and they want people's faces and the camera footage and everything else to fine and penalize people, the SEC. Like, I understand it. I just don't think Tennessee wants anything else on their plate right now. I don't think by settling with Pruitt, it's an admission of guilt. It's a desire to make the problem go away and be able to move forward. And so I tend to believe that will happen. I'm not exactly certain. So we'll see. Waiting on that with bated breath here for about another week and change.